My kid comes home and says, "Yo, the teacher doesn't like me, and all the teachers hate me." You say, "Why? What were you doing?
Why they hating on you?"
There's a reason. This is what I'm saying. That's what. Anyway, look.
Why they hating
Let's get this thing started.
All the rappers in Memphis. Why they hating on you?
Why?
Damn, man.
What's going on, people, man? Let's get this thing started here. You already know. You see the caption.
This has become something of a saga for us, a prequel, if you will. This ongoing drama between your boy Gotti and young Dolph. And if you notice, if you watch our previous shows, me and Bruce have kind of taken stances on it because he feels.
Before we go too deep, let's give him the intro.
Yeah,
let's give him the intro. Hello, YouTube. Cheers and welcome to the basement. My name is Bruce Lively,
and I'm D-Boy Slim once again.
And the basement is the first daily hip hop debate show. From Tuesday through Friday, we tackle the most intriguing topics in hip hop culture and the world around it. So welcome back, basement family. Listen, we have no choice. We have no choice. Like he said, we've been doing this. Yo Gotti had another interview on The Breakfast Club. He showed his supposed...
This is the first time we've actually heard him talk directly
about the first time. Supposed last text to Dolph, he said, we all know about the shooting, you know what I'm saying, and we all know about what happened, but the Memphis beef. But Gotti said, it's all love. It's all love. And he just believes that he believes in Dolph. And it's all one big love fest. So that's what he says. We're gonna talk about it, really, Leave those comments. We need you guys. Share and like and subscribe, people. Don't let YouTube dictate who gets to see real hip-hop debate and who doesn't. Anyway, before we get started on that topic, you got to check out our sponsors. Take a look. The Fleetwood Spice Collection, people. Listen. For a spice-changing experience, give the Fleetwood Spice Collection a try. We've been yelling it all year. Big, bold flavors unlike anything you've tried before. I promise you. The Fleetwood Spice Collection, people, it's time to change your spice. Check them out. Go to the website, thefleetwoodspicecollection.com. Okay, here we go. Who is really hating on who? As far as Young Dolph, as far as Gotti, who is really hating on who here? With that being said, let go.
Well, if you've been following the melee and all the hoopla, if you will, it's kind of been one-sided. It's been one-sided because Gotti had refused to talk about it. Gotti refused to give any light or any energy to an ongoing drama and beef that we seem to perceive exists. Well, on the interview he just did with The Breakfast Club, he did give some light to it. He did give some energy towards it. And I thought it was clever. I thought where Gotti is going, where he's been going, where he's trying to go, it would suit him right. It would do him well to keep the brand that he's created untarnished. And being able to work with and network and be business partners with other bigger brands or other corporations, other companies. And so when his name was attached to a shooting, what I like about Gotti, because he's a stand-up dude, he is a stand-up character, and he doesn't let anybody else speak for him. He come and does his own, what do you call that? Damage control or whatever that your publicists or whatever people would. He comes and speaks for himself. In the interview, and we're gonna dissect and chop up the whole interview, but the key points I got out of it, because contrary to what he tried to create a narrative at the top of the show in saying that Gotti said everything was all peachy and cream or was all love, he didn't say that. What he did say was, one, he showed people the last text message that he actually sent Dolph directly.
And here it is.
And that contrasted to what we were led to believe prior, or if you listen to Dolph's side of things, where everything was, they hating on me. He's hating on me. He's hating on me. They hating on me. That was Dolph's side of things. Which led him to calling his name out, which obviously other things unfolded after that. You know, there was shootings that occurred. There was the time where you had the kid, black youngster, I believe, on his side of town.
Right.
Or
right.
whatever.
And black youngster with the guns on the YouTube.
All these things have transpired.
These things have happened, yes.
With or without Gotti's knowledge, I see him. I'm on the side of without Gotti. I don't think Gotti really needs to. I don't think he needs that publicity, or for his reputation to be, you know, solidified by a black youngster going to South Memphis with guns on camera. Like, I'm quite sure that he didn't advise that.
You sure?
I'm positive, 99%.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Who's the leader? What's the meaning of the word leader? Who's in charge?
Of the
Is it okay? I'm almost finished with the question. I'm almost finished with the question.
I'm trying to get your question.
I'm about to finish it. I'm about to clarify it within the question. I'm about to clarify it within the question.
Of what?
I'm about to clarify it within the question. Who's the leader? Who's in charge? When people on your label, in your custody, as it would be, the people that you're in charge of, the people that you have been given the authority to handle business-wise as well as growth-wise, these are the people that have signed to your label that you are in charge of.
Your employer?
Their employer.
Okay.
Your employer. No.
Be fooled by this guy.
No.
Be fooled.
No.
Your employer?
Your employer is one thing. I can tell you like this. Your employer, if you do something wrong, will fire you.
Not necessarily. Everybody gets fired when they do something wrong at work. That's not the truth. That's not.
When you do something egregious, yes.
That's not.
But the difference between just being an employee and an employer relationship in this business, in the music business, just like us in the entertainment business, in a business that is driven by views and public opinion and ideas and public money to give to you for these views, for these personalities, it's a different relationship. So when you're in charge of a black youngster, when you're in charge of a yo millionaire, when you're in charge of a money bag yo, it's not just a work relationship. It's a entertainment relationship that deals with artist building, career building, all of these things. Anyway, can I get to the question? When you're the leader, when enough of this happens, when black youngsters over there with the guns on YouTube talking about where are you at, Dolph, and this and that, even if you don't have knowledge of it, isn't it your responsibility to start to quell this? Isn't it your responsibility to start to shape this? To start to shape these careers, to start to do the artist development that you're in charge of as the CEO? That's my question.
Let me first start by saying, one, it's not 100% accurate that when you may have an employee that you employ, and true, because you're in the entertainment field, that it would be smart of you, or it would be wise of you to invest in some type of artist development, but that's not always the case, as we know. Same thing in professional sports, where you would teach a professional athlete to deal with the media and deal with certain questions, how to handle themselves outside of those things. Sometimes players, athletes, and celebrities that's the same fall through cracks or don't follow the necessarily direction or guidance that's presented to them if the opportunity is there. I said all that to say We've seen athletes that have run over people and killed people and yet let back on the field to play football on Sundays. So to tell me that, every time an employee messes up or does something that's out the way, they get fired is not the truth.
Run over. That's why you said that, because run over somebody is an accident.
It's not the
People
case.
have also slapped girls in
drunk.
See, have also slapped girls in elevators, and they got taken out.
If you accidentally kill somebody, if you accidentally shoot somebody because you're drunk,
there's other things that's happened that have been kicked out for.
We could go back and forth on that all day long. But what I'm saying is, there's been outrageous things that have happened, and people have been able to maintain their position and their job at their work, at their place of work. So, with that being said, and even if Gotti wanted to handle something with that or reprimand somebody with that, there's been nothing proven. There's been no convictions. Nothing.
This isn't what we're talking about, man.
Nothing.
The question, people, is who's really hating on who?
You brought up his employees and how that relates to Gotti. My point was, nothing's, there's been no proof. Like I said, Gotti's barely talked about a Dolph or given energy to a Dolph.
Neither has Dolph given energy to Gotti. The only person who's been heard up in this thing has been Dolph.
Whole Gotti.
I've also, like we said in the last show that we did about this, that you guys know, the last one we did, he also said that he only does the shooting, he doesn't do the talking. That's what Gotti said about Dolph. So songs are songs. The only person who's actually been affected in real life, outside of the studio booth, has been Dolph. How could he be the one hating on the other guy? How is that? How is that? Listen, your boy Gotti showed his hand in the new interview today. Let me say this, that he had with Ebro in the morning. He was like, he was saying, Ebro was asking him, how can we stop this stuff from bleeding over from the streets to the blah, blah, blah. He said, quit playing with people in your music.
I've never heard Gotti reference to the man's baby mom. I've never heard Gotti say, I know your brother, your family. These are songs that this man made. So all of that, you heard Gotti say the same thing. You've heard Gotti say none of that. You've heard Gotti say none of that to this man about him personally. Nothing. You show me a line or tell me a line where he said something about Dolph personally. Saying that we don't do no arguing is a line in general that you could be aiming at anybody who wants to have beef with you.
Did Dolph say Gotti's name in his rap?
Period.
Did Dolph say Gotti's name?
Yes. Whole Gotti, let's go. Play it, YouTube that on, what's the name of the song? Don't play with me. So, come on now. We not going to play games. We not going to play semantics with words. We know what's going on. We know who's talking about who. The fact is, though, on that interview, there's a text message that he shows that he sent Dolph directly. There was nothing of hate in there.
He also had 3 phones. So it could be any number of text messages that we don't see.
He could have this. He could have that. We're talking about the facts.
The fact is, he had 3 phones right there.
What does that have to do with the text message that he sent to Dolph?
That was one text message.
What does that have to do with it?
That was one text message.
And it had nothing to do with hate. It had everything to do with, I want to see you win.
So let's talk about what Dolph has said.
Which contradicts what Dolph has said.
No.
It contradicts everything that Dolph has said.
Wrong. Dolph has said on multiple interviews, he said the exact same thing. There is no problem. I don't know what you're talking about.
We're not talking about there is no problem. He said referenced in his songs directly that Gotti hated on me. In the text message, it says anything but a Gotti hating on him. Period.
That's one text message.
That's all the text messages you need. How many you need?
No, it's
not. What do you need? How many you need? If you say I want you to win, what are you talking about?
You only need one text. What are you talking about?
To say I want to see you win. I want to see your career evolve. I want to see you get out of Memphis. How many more of those you need?
Dolph said the same thing, but there's more context. Context matters. Listen, man, I didn't even go too far. What are you talking about? There's only one person who's been physically affected by all of this, and that's Dolph. How can he be the one hating, as well as what you're saying?
The one who said, "Don't play with me, play with your bitch." The one who said, "Oh, I got the goons ready to spray." That one?
He didn't say that. No, stop that.
That's exactly what he said.
That's not exactly what he said. He didn't say, "I have the goons ready to spray." He said, "The goons is ready to spray." And the context of it was, "I'm stopped them."
Come on, you're making your own interpretation.
You listen
That's
to
what he said verbatim.
Listen to it for yourself.
That's what he said
didn't
verbatim.
Say, I got
he didn't say, I'm
verbatim.
stopping it,
he says,
or I'm a peacemaker.
He says, my young niggas was ready to spray.
So obviously, when you had gotten a confrontation in the street, you didn't have the young niggas ready to spray. Facts. These are facts. You make an interpretation on how you want to interpret it.
To the
That's a fact
of who is hating
These
on
are
who,
facts.
who is being affected by it. Anyway, what do y'all think? Leave the comments right down there as soon as we get done with this live show. Hope you like the live show. We had a couple people come on and off, but nobody commented. Leave those comments, man. Leave those comments, especially while we live, so we can talk back to you.
Who's being hated? Or who?
Who's being hated on here?
We gotta go by facts.
All right, brother. Listen. Make sure to buy those beats. Team Box Cutter. Right down there when this is done. And that's it. That's all I got.
Gotti, Dolph, Gotti.
Yo, that's not all I got. The reason why we want you to leave them comments is because we shout you out, and I do have a shout out for you. JT Parker left a comment. He said, thanks for covering Marlon. That was Marlon Craft that we did yesterday. He said, dude, I hope MC... a dope MC, if he can stick to his vision, he can be huge. And I agree with you. Marlon Craft is crazy. Y'all who don't know him, check him out. He deserves a look, people. And JT Parker, thank you for that. And that's it. That's all we got.
That's it. Y'all let us know who y'all think won the debate. Y'all let us know, give us feedback. Is Gotti being hated on? Is Dolph being hated on? Keep pressing that subscribe button. Keep tuning in. We got more dope shows. I promise.
Peace.